if you're not interested in maximizing the potentials that God has placed in you, if you are okay, coasting through life, living on vibes, then you can screw up. This video is not for you. You can just screw up, right? But if you know there's something in you that burns for impact, you want to make meaning with your life, you want to make a dent in the world, then you need to hear this. Do not let society's qualification define what you can and cannot do. If God has placed an idea in your mind or an assignment or there's a burden in your heart that won't go away, you don't need permission to start. You don't need society's qualification. You don't need proof or evidence for you to obey. One of the things I learned from the life of late Charlie Kirk is that you don't need permission to start. Actually, that's what I learned. I mean, this man had no degree. He did not go to any university, but his voice reached presidents, governments, global stages, right? He did not ask for anybody's permission. He, started and the world had to adjust to it. I remember when I was blogging early last year, I was just blogging about things that I was learning, my experience, other people's things I was also learning from other people's experience, in faith, in work, in life generally. And I had this idea along the line, I think towards the end of last year. What if you compile all these things you have been writing about into a manuscript, like a book? And I was like, me, write a book. What have I achieved? What evidence do I have? What proof that makes me credible? How old am I? Like, there was a lot of negative thoughts, questions in my head, and I was just wallowing in imposter syndrome. But the good thing was that, I moved past those thoughts, those feelings, and I was just doing it. They were there, but I was just doing it and I was doing it. And today I have this book. We have this, right? And I'm not saying this is the most fantastic book in the world. I mean, this is a tip of the massive things that God has deposited in me, and there are more to come. But I'm just saying that the fact that we are here is a proof that whether you are a teenager, a young adult, an adult, you can do anything you want at any time. Don't let society's metrics limit God's potential in your life. The moment you start executing that idea, the moment you start pursuing that project, the moment you start, the moment you try to execute or pursue that assignment, heaven will back you up. He who has deposited that idea in you will back you up, right? So, yes, so this is